Hello everybody and welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. It's round 12 of the F1 Motocross World Championship, the Monster Energy MXGP of Great Britain, and we return to an iconic venue, not been used in 26 years, Foxhills Motor Park. We'll talk more about that on a moment with our guests, but coming up on today's show, we have Liam Everts from the Husqvarna Factory Racing. We've got Maxime Renaux, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP, and then of course we've got James Dobb, Britain's last world champion, and of course the last person to win here back in 2000. So we've got a nice show, a packed show, lots to talk about I'm sure. But before we go anywhere, Lisa Leyland, here we are. Welcome home, because obviously you're from here but now live abroad, but back. First time here though.
Do you know what? I don't believe, how many years have I been doing this and I've never come to Foxhills racetrack? And I'm British. Yeah. Like, I don't believe it. But coming here, first impressions, wow, I'm suitably impressed. Yeah. Really.
Suitably.
Suitably. we are in the UK. Why are you laughing?
She's laughing at Liam Everts laughing. So anyway, should we bring him in?
Yeah.
Suitably. Right, he's a very suitable candidate for our first guest of the show, Liam Everts, Husqvarna Factory Racing. Take a seat, young man, take a seat. And actually, I was going to say, your dad was no stranger to this venue. Got 3 of his Grand Prix victories on UK soil here. But an even cooler stat, he was victorious at Matterley, one of those wins. Grandad Harry was at Ladies Mile about 30 miles from there, and you were also victorious in the MX 125. So a good place to be this weekend here in the UK if you're in Everts.
Yeah, it's always cool coming here. It's not that far from home, so always really nice track, especially Matterley and this one iconic one here in Foxhills. So yeah, I'm up for this one.
And just in general, we were just talking off air literally 5 minutes before we came on air on the studio show here. A lot of people sort of hearing things about this place, you know, the track is beat up and the paddock and this and that and the other. But actually, you know, everything about it has been good so far, hasn't it? You know, how's it life in the paddock and just the general atmosphere in and around this place?
Really good, I think. I think the organization is really good. Also, the track was quite wet this morning for free practice, but I think it'll come around. It's quite some wind, sunshine, so it'll dry up quite quickly, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about your season. How would you describe it so far? We've just passed the midway point. Currently 5th in the MX2 standings. So just tell us how it's been so far for you.
Basically, that's it a bit. Right. I hurt my foot in round 2. I broke my ankle basically there. So that wasn't great. And then from there onwards, Latvia was really tough. And then there's been some really good things again this weekend, this year, sorry. I felt like I did a lot of my best riding, just feeling-wise and speed-wise, but it just hasn't really come to show in a result yet. So yeah, it would be a good place to start this weekend.
Yeah, and just picking up on what Paul said in terms of this track here, a lot of people were talking about it. Has it lived up to expectations? Because it's very hilly and you know, it's very old school, but it's been totally re-renovated, hasn't it?
Yeah, I actually raced here in 21 in the British Championship. It was my first year on a 250, MX 250 back then. So
that probably makes you one of the very, very, very few riders in the lineup this weekend, MX2 or MXGP, that's actually raced here. Yeah,
and actually they changed quite a bit on the track. I made it a little bit more flowy. I think they've done a good job at the changes. And the dirt at the moment is really good. It makes it a technical track for now.
Well, over the course of the season, you've had a couple of podiums. I know you want more, but one of those was in Riola. The other one was in Switzerland. Doesn't tell the whole story, though, is it? Because I think it's been like a handful of times where you've just missed the podium. So you've been there, but, you know, maybe through no fault of your own, whether bad starts or just wrong place, wrong time or whatever else. But the speed is there in general.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was saying. Also, winter time, and even some feeling in races. Like there are a lot of glimpses. Like I'm doing my best riding, just technique-wise, or things I haven't done all my career. Just hasn't come together yet. Yeah, it's tough mentally for sure, but you just gotta find a way to keep going and yeah. Try and go again, and then one day it will come together.
Yeah. I mean, like Paul said, the speed is there, but you said it hasn't really come together yet. What do you feel is missing then?
Maybe some belief and yeah, good start. It's just horrendous starts at the moment. Where were we the last time out? Where were we last time out?
South Africa.
South Africa. Yeah, there again, horrendous starts, but then some really good riding towards the end of the motos. But yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
Well,
just give me your pen. You ask him the question. Just give me your pen.
What are you doing?
No. I'm going to write something down. Go on, you ask him the question.
Right, okay. Yeah, well, the last 3 rounds we've been at new venues, South Africa, Montivaki. We had Andalusia earlier on in the year as well. We're here. Is it nice to come to these new venues and mix it up? What are you doing?
Shush, carry on. Pitboard.
Is it nice to, like, these new circuits? Keeps it fresh?
Yeah, especially like Montivaki. I know there's been, in between the riders, there's been a lot of, how do I say, negative comments about the track or how it shaped up and all of that. But it reminded me a lot of the 90s, let's say. Really, really tricky track. Not a lot of grip. Very dusty, so it was tricky. But then again, it was how our sport was. So I actually kind of enjoyed it. Especially like second one, we had a bit more rain there. Track was a bit better. But actually, I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I raced there in its original kind of form when it was the long uphill start and round, and in the opposite direction. It was a lot stonier then, more like a Chingali or something like that, you know. But I thought they did a great job here.
Yeah, I felt like Sunday was a bit better. Obviously, we had a little bit of rain that helped. Saturday was really, really tricky. But there again, I think, this just shows with me and Cam battling there, there's some really good battles that weekend.
Yeah. Moving forward, what are we now? Round 12 of 19. What are your goals? What are your ultimate goals now from here on out? So we've got triple header. We've got a lot of races packed together. Week off, then we've got 2, Sweden, Holland, and then obviously the last 3, Turkey, China, Australia.
Yeah.
What are the ones you're looking forward to the most, and then your goals?
Yeah, for me, I basically don't stop racing till before Turkey. I think that's the only weekend I have off, because now I did the one in Halle, Dutch Masters, and then we got Balen coming up, my home race, just a local race. So, main goal is just work on these starts and then try and get more up front, and then I'll do the rest from there. I know I'm fit and I'm feeling good again. My ankle is near 100%, I'd say. So, I'm just keen to go out, ride, and have fun, let's say.
Yeah, I guess that's the worst part about the calendar being so stacked together. 3, you know what I mean? You just have no time to recover.
No, but I feel okay with that, especially like now you're coming towards the end, slowly towards the end of the season. So I really enjoy racing, and every race that you can take, I really want to do.
Cool. Like you said, the new layout here and a new position for the start. You've never raced the track in this form. Where would you say it's a good place to start here? Middle inside, next to the box?
Yeah, I think mainly towards the inside, because kind of falls down a bit more on the inside towards I say like turn 1. But yeah, let's see. I think today in the quali race you can tell a lot. Also from the EMX and WMX, some first gate drops.
Well, a minute ago, Liam said the one thing that might be missing, a little bit of belief. You know, the mechanics, during a race, what do they put on the pit board? You can believe. There's my pit board to you this weekend.
Yeah, that might do it there.
There we go. Now, on the podium, that's it. That's going to be the...
There we go.
That's going to be the good news. All right. Liam Everts, the Steiner Factory Racing. We are out of time. Thanks for joining us. All the best this weekend and for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Right, before Liam disappears and before Maxime Renaux arrives, here's a little snippet from our latest episode of Behind the Gates called The Midpoint. Here's the intro to the round in Portugal. This is online now, by the way, so enjoy this if you haven't already seen it. Coming into Portugal, Jeffrey Hurlings now sits at 56 points behind Lucas Koenen. Koenen has obviously been the dominant rider throughout 2026 so far. And with 10 rounds remaining in the second half of the campaign, what that means is Jeffrey Hurlings realistically needs to be pulling 6 points back per round on average on Koenen if he's to put himself in a title fighting shot come the final round in Australia. And when you look at Jeffrey Hurlings with 2 more DNFs, remember both riders suffered a DNF in Switzerland when they both threw a chain in the same corner. Jeffrey's 2 other DNFs, you put second places in there, obviously that gap is reduced significantly. So, but the tail of the tape, on paper, more points, more race wins, more QR wins. They've got the same amount of podiums, and so from that respect, It looks very, very even, but the reality is those 2 extra DNFs that Herlings has suffered in Germany and in Latvia have really cost him this year so far. In the greater scheme of things, you still have very much the old guard, even though the new kids are coming through, like Tom, like Adamo, like Kai de Wolf. Tim Geiser, Roman Febvre, still very much in the frame.
Meanwhile, in MX2, it's very much come a championship battle between the Red Bull KTM Factory MX2 team and the Triumph Factory team. Sascha Kunin is leading the way, but defending world champion Simon Langenfelder, he hasn't had a podium since the first 4 rounds and now is really struggling to stay in contention. While we have seen a win from Matthijs Valland and rookie Yanis Razoulis, the main competition has come from Triumph. Guillaume Ferez is very close to home in Portugal, and his teammate Camden McClellan is looking forward to racing his very first home GP in South Africa the weekend after. So the second half of the season is really shaping up to be an immense battle between the Orange Brigade and the Men in Black.
Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Maxime Renaux joins us now, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP team. Maxime, welcome to Foxhills, and you know what, for a moment, you might be mistaken for thinking we're at a French track. Foxhill d'Ernay, Foxhill d'Angely, something like that. It's got very similar kind of vibe to it, hasn't it, with the hills?
Yeah, in fact, I was seeing even some croissant and baguette on the side of the track, you know, so I was like, oh, feels like home here. But yeah, definitely like the rocky nature of the track, you know, is it reminds me of French track. So actually felt pretty good in the morning warm-up. Did couple mistakes on my lap, but yeah, definitely feeling at home on this kind of track.
You just had the free practice session, probably like half an hour ago. What were your first impressions of the track? How's it actually riding with the flow and the ground? And they put some softer dirt on top.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just feel like somehow like there's really soft on top, you know, and we are still not on that hard spot. So it's like really, it can catch you out, you know, when you land. Actually, I landed on a soft spot and almost went over the bar because like you don't really expect it. You know, it's like there's some wood chops on top. So yeah, still need to figure out a little bit the track. I think the track needs to be made also with all the sessions, and it's going to get better and better throughout the weekend, surely.
Okay, well, talking to a lot of the paddock, it's the first kind of real hilly track of the season so far. Is it nice to come to these new circuits? We had Andalusia, South Africa, we're here, Montevaki. Is it good to mix things up from a rider's perspective?
Sure, it's great. You know, it's nice to discover a new track, especially when it's nice like this. You know, open and big. You know, the lap time over 2 minutes. It's just really good. Also for public-wise, you know, I think it's great because it's in a valley. You know, so everything is really on point for the weekend to have great racing, and yeah, definitely looking forward to race.
Yeah. Well, coming into the season in MXGP, there was a lot of sort of pre-season talk about the class, just how difficult it will be this year. We've got 8 world champions, you've got 18 world titles just in this class alone. Do you feel that it's hugely competitive? Can you feel that difference this year?
Yeah, definitely. Since I've stepped up to MXGP, you know, it's I think the most stacked field. Really, like a lot of strong guys, strong competitors. So sometimes you can have a bad start, you know, and an average ride, which would result in a top 5 in the past, and now it results in 8, you know, and you look in front of you, and it's only world champions, you know, or people that are really strong. So definitely not a great year to step up as a rookie or something, you know, like. But no, it's nice, you know. There is also also a special year, I would say, because there's not so much injuries yet. Which is great, but like yeah, let me touch that wood. But no, it's like everyone's here. We're just missing Kai, obviously, but other than that, you know, everyone is here and healthy, so it makes it really interesting racing, you know.
Kai. He's back soon, I think. It'd be good to see him back.
Yeah.
You're 5th in points at the moment. How would you describe your season so far? I know it's probably not where you want to be, but as you just said, you can make a bad start and only get back to 8th or whatever, and the guys ahead of you are all world champions. So how would you describe your season? This is one of your podiums, actually.
Yeah, so I would describe my season as mostly bad starts most of the time. So that definitely didn't put me in a good condition, good position to to execute and perform. To be honest, I had a couple of struggles. It's been already like 2 years that I'm not feeling 100% with the bike. You know, like I'm struggling a bit, trying to evaluate, go forward, but never really finding my moto with it. So it's hard, you know, because I feel that I want to win. You know, I want to be world champion. That's always been my goal, and I work for that. But somehow I feel that we're missing something. And it's pretty difficult, you know. So it's a mental thing, you know. I keep pushing. I try to stay in my safe zone, let's say, not go over the limit and get another injury, because that's something you don't want. Yeah. But yeah, definitely we need to find something else for the win.
Yeah. You said like you're missing something. Does that vary from race to race then? Because there in Montevarchi, a great battle with Jeff. How much of that was based on the fact that you got up front? Because obviously up front everybody talks about how much easier it is. Yeah. And I guess when you are there, you showcase where your speed and everything is.
So yeah, it depends a lot on the track also. Some tracks will allow us to be a bit more performing than others. I feel that the more the nature of the ground is hard, the less the difference are obvious, you know. So yeah, I feel that on a hard pack, you know, I can still do pretty good. Montevarchi was also a track where I had a good lap time, you know, good time practice. The start was really advantaging the inside, so that was that was a big help. So I'm hoping for a lot of tracks like this and a lot of good time practice in the future, because when we have a more even gate, like for example in South Africa, then it gets a bit more tricky.
We'll have a good weekend here in France then.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned South Africa a couple of weekends ago. New venue, big racetrack. How was it for you?
Terrible. No, for me it was terrible, but the venue and the track was amazing. You know, like they've put really a great work on it. The track looked amazing. To ride, to be honest, was super fun, but fun maybe more to, you know, like to have a barbecue with friends and throw some big whips, you know. Right. But like for racing, yeah, you can see like my teammate, I think, got super frustrated with me in that first moto.
I didn't notice.
I was a bit off pace, you know, and I hold him up for the entire moto, and yeah, like the track was just not easy to pass. So super fun, super nice to ride, but for racing was a bit tricky to make the difference.
But like you mentioned there is some close racing between you and your teammates. Frustrating for everyone, I guess. Yeah. Any words post-race?
No, I actually no words. I just told him like because when he took off his shirt, you know, it was like roasted completely, and I was like, I'm sorry, like
what were you to do? You don't want it to pass?
No. I told him like I'm sorry, but it's part of the game, and I know like obviously I would have been super frustrated also if I was on your position. I better be in front, but yeah, it's racing, so we need to keep in front. But definitely, you know, like as you said, with my teammate, we had quite a lot of battles this year. We are also in the same, I mean, 4th and 5th in the championship, so together. And definitely that's not where we want to be. You know, like we believe in each other. I mean, we believe in ourselves, each of us, and we don't belong there. So there's definitely some work to be done.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And before we let you go, how was your weekend off? What did you do? Did you do anything? Did you do nothing? Are you coming back in here fully recharged, ready to go?
Yeah, definitely. I recharged. I have a small, as you could see maybe on the Yamaha race post-race interviews, let's say. I have a little problem, like a virus, you know, which I'm fighting since a couple of weeks already. It's not off. It's not gone. It's still in. So I've done nothing for 2 weeks, like literally nothing. So yeah, it's pretty tough. I'm struggling with that, you know, to keep myself down and be like, it's gonna be okay. Just go on talent in the weekend, let's say. But yeah, it's pretty boring at home at the moment.
Yeah, no worries. Well, look, Max, enjoy your home Grand Prix this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Here at Foxhills. And all the best for the rest of the season. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Right, Britain's last world champion, James Dobb, is getting ready to come and join us in a moment. But here's another snippet from episode 11, the midpoint of our Behind the Gate. And this is just checking in with Cabin Vlaanderen and talking about his move from blue to red. Enjoy this if you've not seen it already.
mean, honestly, the change was not too difficult. Obviously, like when you're changing brands from blue to red, it's a big change on the bike side wise, but team wise, it was quite easy. Last year, I was based. The team was based in Belgium, just about an hour and a half from where I live, and this year it's even closer. So it's only about half an hour from where I live. So Dutch team, it's close to my house, and really awesome team, awesome people to work with, and been enjoying it. Already from the first week, I had a good connection with Louis and the people that he works with, his team and his crew. In the beginning, it was a bit difficult to find the trust with the bike. It took a couple of days, couple of weeks, but I must say when we started to make changes to make me feel comfortable, it was there, and that trust was built. So yeah, it's been a good change.
What, you want me to go now? You sure? It's all right. People don't understand the conversations that we have when we're live. Welcome back to our final part of our studio show on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Lane. And we're at round 12 of the FI Motocross World Championship, the Monster Energy MXGP of Great Britain here at Foxhills. And the last rider to win here, and Britain's last world champion, James Dobb, joins us now. Good childhood racing friend of mine, and of course we were frenemies and rivals and all the rest of it through from about the age of 5 until I stopped racing anyway. The dude is in the house, James Dobb. It's been a while since you were here last, I believe.
Yeah, a few years. When was
the last time? Because for me, probably about 10 years ago.
Foxhills was 2002. I did it international, and that's the last time I've been here. So a few years, yeah.
Yes.
Well, Jamie, you're the last British GP winner here in the year 2000. What are your memories of that muddy weekend?
It was going fantastic. I think it was a 45-second lead in the second moto, and then my front fender decided to snap. So then I had 20 minutes plus 2 laps to go, being roosted by myself. So I think it took me about Thursday before I could see again, but yeah, it was great memories. I mean, we used to ride in the mud quite a lot as kids, so yeah, it was.
And without goggles.
Yes.
Well, the British GP has had many fantastic venues. How does this venue compare to, you know, the likes of Matterley and the other British GPs that we've been to?
I think it's very different. It's like in our day it was very hard and everything, so it was a bit of a downer for us because I felt like the Italians and French were getting another home GP where you could go to Farley or something which was more off-cambered and grass and more our cup of tea, would we say. But you can't beat going down, leading a Grand Prix down the thing off the start. The noise, you literally can't hear your own motorcycle. And so, yeah, I mean, there's nothing like a British Grand Prix. It takes a lot of beating. I know the French ones are quite good, but you know, what people have not really seen, Matterley is an unbelievable place, but you need 150,000 people there to make it look like Ernay or here, where you don't need as many. So the atmosphere you just can't get like you can here. So I'm pretty excited that it's come back, and the guys have done an incredible job because it looks, I actually look like it. I wish I was riding back in the day here, how it was, but yeah, but it's great.
Well, as we said at the top of the programme, 2001 world champion. There were a couple of hiccups along the way, and I remember you broke a collarbone in Sweden in the first corner. Namur was very significant for you in Belgium. Why was that, first of all? Because this was one of those where I know you felt kind of had a bearing on the championship as well.
Yeah, that's the day I realised somewhat I'd won. I think mathematically the points I'd got I was pretty secure. I could still be beat, but it was a good one. But like Sasha, I broke my collarbone the week before, had it operated on, got second in France, and then I decided to crash on the following Wednesday and break this collarbone.
Oh, God.
So we went there thinking, can I ride? And strangely enough, I had no pain. I don't know why. and then was able to win the race. But I lost my roll-offs on the first lap. They broke, so I had to take my goggles off there.
Yeah.
So it's good practice from Foxhills. And so, yeah, it was great memories.
And obviously 7 wins over the course of the year. You won the title in Geldorf in Germany. I remember watching that at home on the box. And you won it actually with 3 rounds to go.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on that day, I guess, emotionally more than anything else, because obviously first World Championship, the journey with the collarbones, both of them, and whatever else. Just try and sum up what Geldorf was like in terms of a roller coaster weekend. Were you quite calm and placid? Were you just in your own little Zen mode, or how was that?
Yeah, I was. This is where I probably get emotional. I was really calm. I remember speaking to you because you called me to wish me all the best, which was appreciated because, like you say, we were frenemies, and it must have been difficult in one way, you know what I mean? So it was, because realistically, if me and you would have been round in today's era, I think we'd have won many world titles between us, not just one between us. Well, you got a world team championship, so that was good. But it was very calm, and my good old mum wasn't very calm. So whenever I came into the room, she's like, shh, 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 don't talk to him. So when everybody's like this, and it made me like that. And I ended up it was the worst result I'd got all year. I got into the lead of the race, and I think, right, then I'm going to go now, and I can push on. And for some reason, I've never had it, but it's like I wanted to hit the gas, and it just wouldn't turn. Yeah. So, yeah, it was emotional. I can remember I just went up the hill just before the finish to the right, and I started crying a little bit, and then it was with the MotoGP guys before, and I got ushered off into a different place, and all the team were waiting for the usual celebrations.
In the bottom there, in the dip.
And they sent me somewhere else, and so I was sat on my own, and I am actually quite a shy person, and I was just like, went into this shell, and it was just like a surreal experience, I suppose, and it was like, weirdly, it was like, get me out of here. I don't, you know, everybody, I'm not even on the podium because I finished 4th. Yeah. But then all this, so it was different to what I thought it would feel like.
Yeah.
Well, we touched upon it a few moments ago, but we are back at Foxhills. How does it feel for you being back here on a GP weekend? Because it's a big deal for British motocross, isn't it, being back at this venue? And what are your thoughts on the changes that they have made to the track?
I think Alfie and Justin have done an incredible job. You know what I mean? They've really modernised it. You know, they've added some mulching, and it's like, you know, it's not really what Foxhills was. But at the end of the day, with the bikes and all how the riders are now, it needed it because you can see the moisture in the ground is really good.
So, and they've kept most of the footprint the same.
Exactly. Everything's pretty much the same. They've just made the most horrendous jumps you could ever imagine on any track really nice.
Yeah.
So, no, I think it's going to be great for the crowd, and hopefully they'll keep flocking in, because you can just walking through the paddock, I've not felt an atmosphere at a British race, even the nations really, since this. But I think it's the whole stories that probably most kids that are coming to watch, it's the parents that have told them, and, you know, and then to have that. So hopefully they'll keep coming, because it's important. And, you know, even for the young kids coming through, you know, like me and Paul would be there watching Dave Thorpe back in the day, you know, winning races and stuff, and it give you that drive to want to be there. And especially in England, it doesn't seem like the kids have that drive to want to be there. And if we want to get another world champion, they've got to want to see this and want to be here. So hopefully they'll keep coming, and it'll be a great weekend. And but as a fan, and I'm a big fan of the sport, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
And just really quick, we've got 30 seconds. Tisha, you're not just here as a fan capacity, Road to Recovery as well, obviously daughter Gracie, who was in mother's belly when you won your championship in Germany all those years ago. She's part of that programme as well. Yeah, no, she runs it in England. She's doing a fantastic job. It's one of the things that scared me as a rider, and I just wanted to give back and just to help people who are less fortunate and who have life-changing injuries. So we're just here to support anybody that has that, and that's what we do, just raising money to, you know, not that you want to, but accidents do happen. So we're just trying to be in a better position to help the next people and support them and their families
through a very difficult time. So it's good.
Well, look, good job over that road to recovery for everybody concerned, like on both sides of the Atlantic and all over the world. But good to have you in here. It's the first time we've had you on the studio show, I think, Jeremy. But like I said, our paths go way, way back. I've known him since I was 3 years old. So, but good to have you in here. Enjoy your weekend, and see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jamie.
Well, that is it for our studio show here at the Monster Energy MXGP of Great Britain here at Foxhills. Coming up on the studio show, or on live on TV today later on, of course, we kick things off with MX2 time practice, then into MXGP time practice. We've got WMX EMX 125 presented by FMF Racing. Of course, the qualifying races later on as well. But that's it. We will be back to do this all again a week from now in Czech Republic, in Lockett. But there you can see everything that is coming up. But Lisa and I will be back a week from now. We are in another triple header, by the way. So, see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.